Hey, what's up everyone, I'm Andrew, and in this video I have a Sony Vaio laptop. I started this project a couple of months ago, but always something goes wrong with this machine. I got this laptop in okay condition. Some plastics were broken, but nothing serious. And I got this laptop as complete, not in this condition. The laptop had a display, 16 gigs of RAM, an Intel i3 3110M CPU, power adapter, and burned, non-functional SSD. Anyway, after some repairs, now this machine is alive again, and I'm going to finish what I started before. Now I will start with disassembly, and I will tell what happens with this laptop. The disassembly is going to be easy, because I already did that couple of times. Unfortunately, I don't have videos from before because I already gave up on this laptop and I deleted the videos that I captured. This machine has a very specific problem. The laptop will randomly shut down and later starts very hard. I mean after a dozen attempts. So before while testing, first I changed the RAM, I changed the CPU, I used a different power adapter, but none of that has worked. So I was pretty sure that the problem was somewhere on the motherboard. So the problem on this laptop is located right here, after the power connector and the battery connector. First, I've changed some faulty components, but again, the same problem appeared. And the problem was actually a little bit deeper. The motherboard is made in more layers, and the problem was coming from the inside, from between the motherboard layers. So with the help of a friend, we isolate the problem, and the laptop has started working. But because the motherboard was too damaged, this problem affects the battery as well. And a long story short, this laptop won't be able to charge the battery ever again. But on the power adapter, everything will work just fine and normal. Now let's return to the laptop. Because back then I had no parts or spare motherboard, I put this laptop aside. But over time, one of my friends needed RAM. So I took the RAM from this laptop and I gave it. Later, some other friend asked me for the display, so I took and I gave the display. Except the charger. I lent the charger to another person because he needed for testing and some stuff. And this is how this machine finished for parts and almost in the recycle bin. By the way, for this laptop I'm using an Asus power adapter with Sony Vaio connector. This is possible because the voltages and everything are the same. And there is not gonna be any problem here. Well, and I'm done with this assembly. But now I move to clean and re-clean some parts and components. And first I start by removing the thermal paste that I use for testing and repairs. And for the cleaning I used standard things as always, like cotton buds, isopropyl alcohol and brushes. The CPU on this machine is different. It's visible here. The SR0UX stand for Intel i7 3630QM. Most older laptops support upgrading the CPU. The difference between the stock i3 3110M and the i7 3630QM is pretty big, and with the i7 I can run a newer operating system more smoothly, and the laptop will work much better and much faster. And we're gonna come to that part later. After I finish with the motherboard, I move to clean the other parts, like cleaning and washing the cooling fan with a heatsink and cleaning the other components and cables. The laptop case and the keyboard are already clean. I cleaned more than 90% of the case before, except for some details from all around. But anyway, I re-cleaned the whole case again because over the last months the case has collected some dust. The keyboard is perfectly clean. I have cleaned in detail the keyboard before. Now I'm just going to remove some very tiny dust. For this laptop, I got the missing parts as well, such as the display, RAM and SSD. And these things are used, so again I have to cross over a little cleaning process. Also, all these parts are from laptops that are already dead and for parts only. So basically now I'm building a laptop from scrap. The display, I clean it in a standard way as always. I used anti-static glass cleaner and isopropyl alcohol, brushes and soft napkins. The RAM is 8GB in total. It's less than before, but 8GB of RAM is going to be enough for basic things. The SSD is Samsung with 500GB capacity, but this SSD is repaired as well. I got this SSD with a broken and missing SATA connector, but all the pins are fine and the electronics are fine as well. So I took the plastic part only from a dead mechanical hard disk and carefully I stick this part on the SSD. Then I clean the surplus glue and the contacts. And now this SSD is fully functional. After I prepare everything that I need, I start with assembling this laptop. While assembling, I had to find some missing screws, which is not a big deal. Actually, I already got this laptop with some missing screws from the inside and from the bottom side, and that's very usual with these older laptops. After I finish with assembling the laptop, I connect the laptop to the power adapter and start this laptop using the Assist button. The Assist button to Sony Vaio gives access to additional menu with the boot options, BIOS settings, and etc. Now, I move to installing Windows, and on this machine I install Windows 11. Installing Windows 11 to older hardware actually is very simple. First, I download Windows 11 as an ISO file from the Microsoft website. This is a GNU copy from the Microsoft. And for this Windows, you will need a license key, or you can still use the existing license key which is connected to your PC or the laptop. So there is no piracy here or anything illegal. To create a bootable USB, I'm using Rufus Portable. And also here you need a USB from 16 gigs or more. Personally, I'm using a USB from 64 gigabytes. In Rufus, I selected Windows 11 ISO. Then I change the partition scheme from GPT to MBR. After I press start, there are two already selected options by default for older machines, but also you have some additional stuff in case if you need it. After creating the boot USB, I access the BIOS on the laptop, and under the boot options, I change from UEFI to Legacy. And now I can continue with installing the Windows normally. After install Windows, I continue with making some additional settings. Drivers are installed automatically, and Windows updates are going normally. Because this laptop has already connected Windows license key, the Windows 11 was automatically activated, with no problems at all. Now I can sign in using my Microsoft account, do more customization, and etc. The battery on this laptop shows that it's 100% charged, but this is not real. Because of the damage on the motherboard, the battery is showing like it's charging and shows that everything is okay. The battery is still functional, but once I unplug the power adapter, the laptop is off. So this laptop can only work on a power adapter. In general, this laptop is great for basic daily use, like working some light job, working with documents, browsing the web, listening to music, learning something, watching movies and videos, and other similar things. Also, on this laptop I can play older games with a lower requirements. I've tried to play Black Mesa. I used lower settings, but because of lack of graphic support, some in-game textures are missing. And after making all these changes, this laptop is fully functional, and this is the final result. Well, and this is all about the Sony Vaio laptop, and I'm very glad because this laptop is functioning again. I know, this laptop basically is made out of everywhere and scrap, but this machine is still okay to be used on power adapter and for some light work and things. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope this video will give ideas and inspiration to back in function some stuff. Maybe some tech, or maybe some other things. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.